Hello everybody, my name is Selyp and welcome to Freebie Friday. Now I know some of you may be thinking, hey, it's Saturday, what is this guy talking about? And to that I say, let's just pretend it's Friday, because I got a little bit behind on videos and I still wanted to show you guys a cool free game. So I hope you're okay with that. Today we are going to be playing Warframe Beta, which is free to play on Steam. And it's actually pretty solid. So let's go ahead and jump into a mission. I can show you guys the gameplay and then I'll get into all this arsenal, foundry, and all that kind of stuff. So let's go.
The defeat of Grineer Captain Vor opens up other regions for the Tenno.
Okay, so let's just jump into a mission real quick. Let's go ahead and do this assassination mission. There are a few different types of missions. There are sabotage, raid, exterminate, rescue, another sabotage, and this assassination. And so far I think the assassination is the coolest. So let's go ahead and jump into there so I can show off some of the gameplay.
Captain Vor has lived under suspicion of possessing Orokin technology that grants him powerful abilities. We cannot allow this. Get to his location and eliminate him.
Okay, so as you can see, this is a futuristic sci-fi type of game. We are this guy right here, who is inside of what they call a Warframe, which kind of determines your class. He kind of reminds me a lot of a cyborg ninja from Metal Gear Solid.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're on this vessel.
But the world that we are in is kind of a sci-fi, futuristic, ninja type world, if that makes any sense. So we have our sword here that we can attack with. We also have our rifle, and then we have our pistol. So I think we need to go up. Nope, okay. The level is different from the last time I played it, which is actually a cool thing. The level design, as you can see, is pretty cool, and the graphics look really good. Okay, he's gonna vomit at us as he speaks. Yeah, like I said, I really enjoy the level design and the graphics so far. They seem to rehash some of the same levels, but they close off different areas and have different spawn points and stuff, so they are a bit different. And so far they haven't felt too repetitive, which I appreciate. So let's go ahead and... Oh, that guy saw us. I was going to go for a stealth kill. Luckily we took him out before anybody set off the alarm, so we should be fine. But the music is still going, so there might... Okay, it stopped. Cool. There are stealth kills. There are different Warframes for different types of play styles. I am currently playing the one that is considered... beginner friendly, as well as mobile and offensive. So there are a couple different types, which I'll show you guys after the mission. And one of the coolest systems in this game is the way that you can mod your weapons and everything like that. So I'll be showing you guys that pretty soon too. But so far, let's just concentrate on the gameplay. So basically we're going to go around here. You can blow up these storage containers to get energy, health, credits, stuff like that. There's a guy right there. Let's see if we can stealth kill him. And they don't see me, which is kind of funny. And they don't hear me either. So the AI hasn't been too bad so far, but they definitely can't hear very well. Let's actually just go around here. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna see if I can sneak up on them, but I don't know. But the gameplay plays pretty much like a third-person shooter would normally. And I should mention that this is a third-person online cooperative shooter. So there is no PvP. It's actually squad-based cooperative, and you can play solo, which I'm doing right now. You can also play with a private party or a public party. So far, public parties that I have played with aren't as fun because I'm getting used to the game and I'm trying to take things slow, and they just kind of want to rush through stuff. I can see playing with a squad of friends would be super fun, I think, in this game. So let's actually concentrate on surviving instead of talking for a second. Okay, cut him in half. The enemy design, I think, is fairly cool. These guys have like giant circular saws for hands, and they run at you. Those are the light swarm type of guys, and they've also got grenade people and heavy lancers, and they've got riot shield guys. So there's a good variety of enemies, which are all pretty fun to kill, especially when you have a sword that cuts people in half. Now, I could just run straight for the objective, but the reason I'm wanting to stay and fight everybody, one, is because it's pretty easy to get overwhelmed, especially when playing by yourself. Oh, we just got a weapon mod there. And two, I want to get experience. Each time you get a kill, you get experience for whatever Warframe you have on, and then also experience for whatever weapon you killed with. And as your weapons level up, they get more capacity for mods and stuff. So this is actually an item right here that we're going to pick up. Got a weapon mod for a rifle, and we can't equip it until after the mission. But there's a good mix of shooter type third-person gameplay as well as loot-driven stuff, so it's definitely interesting.
Do not let yourself become distracted by this tactic.
Okay, I won't let myself get distracted. She's going to give us helpful tips.
Large security force heading your way. It's the Grineer.
Okay, that actually is a helpful tip, so they're probably through this way. The map pretty much tells you where to go at all times, which is kind of good because the levels are pretty big and they do get kind of confusing. You can go off the beaten path and look for containers and stuff like that to get more money and health and stuff like that, which is a good way to get credits. Where's that other guy? Let's blow up that barrel. Nice. Oh, that's I got a bunch of them too. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the graphics. There's one of those riot shield guys. Take him out because he's really annoying. They will charge at you with their shields if you get in front of them for too long. Let's take these guys out. Try our sword. We can do a charge-up attack with our sword. This may have been a bad idea. Yes, it definitely was. Let's get back. As you can see on the upper right-hand corner there, that is our health and our shields. We actually just died. Luckily, we have a couple revive tokens, so let's go ahead and use one of those. Our shields regenerate, but our health does not. Okay, we definitely need to get back. The revive tokens are basically, you start with, I believe, 4 of them, and then you can buy more if you want. So, they're a nice way of making it easily accessible, I guess, for people who don't want to have to restart missions. So, that's always there. I prefer just to kind of go in and try to survive based on my skill. But as you can see, I'm not doing too well of that. So, on single player, it is pretty easy to get overwhelmed. I don't know if it's just not balanced properly. I don't know if it adjusts enemies based on more people. Because when I was in an online group, we were just steamrolling through everything. So I have a feeling that it doesn't adjust yet, but I'm not positive on that. But on single player, it definitely is more challenging. But you end up getting all the kills and experience for yourself, so there is a trade-off there. The AI has been pretty good so far, but I have seen a few rare instances where they're running into walls like that. So it's still kind of wonky. The game still is in beta, so that's kind of to be expected. I haven't seen a whole lot of those issues. They actually will try to flank you and stuff. These guys are fun to kill. Okay, oh, he went for the alarm. I was gonna say, wow, that was bad AI. Okay, cool, well I can show you guys the hacking thing right here. Basically, you have all these lines that you want to try and connect before the time limit is up. So it's not super difficult, but it can be kind of stressful because it doesn't pause the game. Enemies will still be trying to attack you. Sometimes you can't get out of a room until you do that.
Stay close to the walls.
So it's a nice little hacking thing. I don't think it's overly complex or anything. Alright, that guy likes to vomit words out of his mouth. not even words, just weird sounds. So this is our boss battle. It's not really an assassination in the traditional sense, it's more of a boss battle. And I believe that bosses drop rarer loot. It's kind of cool, there is a loot aspect in this. You can collect blueprints and different collectible items, basically to create more Warframes, to create weapons and stuff like that. I'm gonna try and dodge here. His hits are pretty powerful if you get hit. You don't take falling damage, you just kind of roll, which is kind of nice because we are this ninja type character, so. Let's try and take this guy out without dying so that I can show you guys some of the crafting and stuff like that. So far, I'm pretty pleasantly surprised by this game. I wasn't expecting a whole lot because a lot of Steam free-to-play games aren't very good, but this one is not too bad at all. It's pretty solid. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Let's try not to die right here. The fact that this guy is challenging enough to make me lose my train of thought while I'm talking to you guys is pleasantly refreshing in these type of games. Most games like this are just so mind-numbingly easy that I get very bored of them very quickly. This one has a good challenge, and it might just be because I'm playing single player, but either way, it's still pretty fun. So let's just run backwards as we shoot him in the head a couple times. This is the first boss that I've fought, so I don't know if the other bosses have different mechanics. I would assume that they do. Oh, we almost got him. Okay, cool. So he drops some kind of item. Pistol Gambit. I believe the first time I killed him, he dropped a blueprint. So I don't know if that's just on first kills, or if that's just a rare drop. But blueprints are how you kind of create new items and stuff like that without having to buy them. Uh-oh, hear one of those. Oh, man. Hit in the head by a freaking shield guy. Let's get out of there. Okay, take that guy out. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. As you can see, the mission doesn't just end randomly after you kill the boss. You actually have to get to an extraction point, which you have to do in all the missions. We are out of rifle ammo, so now we've got to use our pistol, which is fine. I need to level it up a little bit anyway. It is more accurate. Oh, man. Jerk. Oh, man, I ran straight into him. Let's use our last revive token here. Hopefully I can actually complete the mission without dying. There we go. So I have died a couple times, and like I said, the challenge is definitely there if you're playing by yourself. Which I kind of prefer to do that, but you can also play with a squad if you would like. As I've already said, I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, so let's just get through this mission so I can show you guys the customization screens and the foundry, which is where you create and craft stuff. Is this locked down? It is locked down. They rehacked it, or relocked it. Okay, this one should be pretty easy.
Override complete.
Okay, bypassed. So now we've got to make our way back to where we came from so that we can get extracted out of this place.
A Grineer assault team is headed your way.
Assault team headed our way, okay. Are we going through here? Yes, we are. I really like the animations and the graphics, though. They're pretty well polished. Which always, you shouldn't judge a game based on its graphics, but for a free-to-play game to look this polished is usually a rare thing, especially for a free-to-play game to look this good is pretty rare. The only other one I know that looks pretty good is Hawken, which is actually another great free-to-play game, which I covered last week. So, I promise I'm not just looking for ones with fancy graphics, I'm just seeking out good games, and they just happen to have fancy graphics, so I'm totally cool with that. I like being able to utilize my video card. Let's take these guys out, try not to die. I could just attempt to run to the extraction point, but I tried that once and it didn't really end well, so that's usually not a good idea. Let's take these guys out. Plus we need the experience. Cool. These guys out. This is an interesting looking room. Got some big ol' machine to the upper left. Man, there are a lot of guys. The fact that there are so many guys is what makes me think that it doesn't actually change based on how many people are in your party, which is kind of odd. I don't know if that just hasn't been put in or if that was intentional. Or if they're just trying to make you play as a squad, which is possible also. Okay, do we have any rifle ammo left? Let's switch to that guy. Because we are getting pretty heavily damaged. Jeez. Okay. Actually, it looks like we need to go this way, so let's just try running from those guys. I do want to make sure I get enough time to show you guys the foundry and the arsenal, sorry, customization screen. Let's make sure we have some ammo. Anybody in here? Seems pretty mellow. Let's check out this container. Marines inbound. Here we go. No, you jerk.
Let's overhaul the security.
That was just mean. Ah. No, I clicked too many times. Here we go.
Breach complete. We're free to proceed.
Okay, let's take these guys out. We should be getting pretty close to the extraction point now. And it looks like our pistol just leveled up, so that is always a good news. Oh, jeez. Okay. Didn't realize there were going to be guys down there. Take him out. Okay, I think the extraction is just right up here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. We do have these awesome zip lines that we can go on. Oh my god. There are a lot of guys there. Okay, let's try our best not to just die horribly. Where is that guy? I hear a guy nearby. They will try to flank me, so I'm gonna try to keep that from happening.
Flank him out.
Yep, they just said let's flank them out. So the AI is decent. I haven't had an issue with it other than a couple times, like I said earlier, with them running into walls and stuff. Grenade. Okay, good. One of those shield guys up there. Okay. Doesn't look like they're trying to flank me on my left, so I'm just gonna hunker down here and take them out. More grenades. What was that? I thought there was one of those chainsaw guys coming up on my left. Apparently not. Okay. I think we've almost got them all. There we go. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Let's use our sword a little bit. Take this guy out. Okay. I'll reload. We should get a ton of experience at the end of this mission, though. Okay, let's get out of here. Like I said, I have completed this mission before, but it's actually entirely different now. So the different rooms and stuff that they open up, at first I was kind of like, oh, they're just going to rehash the same maps and put them backwards and hope we don't notice and stuff like that. But they actually open up quite a lot of different areas so that it doesn't feel like the same map. Yeah, the environment's the same, the tile set's the same, but the map is obviously different. So something I was a little worried about, but I'm not so worried about now that I've done a few missions. And I've played about 5 or 6 missions, so, and I haven't seen the same exact layout twice. Jeez, there are a ton of guys in this mission, though. Okay, cool. Pretty quiet in here.
There are Grineer Marines all over.
Oh, geez, more? Holy crap. Okay, I see the extraction point down there. Behind him, you see that outline of a person? That's our extraction point right there. I hear a guy running or something. Maybe it's just mining or something. Okay, cool. So here is our extraction. Ooh, what's in here? Affinity. I'm not quite sure what affinity is. I think it might be like experience. Alright, so mission complete.
Assassination contract complete.
Level up some of our items. And get some credits. So you can see what items we got, what rewards we got, our experience. Now let's go check out some of the customization. Okay, so let's go check out the arsenal real quick. This is where we manage our weapons and our class and stuff like that. As you can see, we are the Excalibur Warframe. There's a whole bunch of different Warframes. We've got Loki, Rhino, Trinity, and they all play a lot differently. Like, this one is a Master of Manipulation. I haven't tried any of these out, so I don't really know exactly how they differ, the skills and their stats. I am assuming Rhino is going to be offensive and defensive, and if you look here, you can see that this is 75 platinum. You come into the game with 50 platinum, but you also have credits. So if you want to get these quicker, you're going to have to use platinum, which is the store or real life type currency. But from what I understand, you can actually craft these as well, which I'll show you in just a second. So there's a good variety here. This guy actually looks pretty cool. Light armored, crowd control. So there's a good variety of guys here, which all have pretty good art design and stuff. So then we have our rifle, our pistol, and our melee. And each of these, the same type of thing. We can buy some with credits, some with platinum, and some we actually just have to craft, like this one and this one, which have no option to buy them. So that's pretty cool. This bow actually looks pretty sweet. And the same thing with the pistols. We have a whole bunch of pistols and some crazy designs on those as well, and the melee as well. And so we have some credits here, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy something. Let's go ahead and buy this two-handed staff, just because we can. Cool. So, and as you saw earlier, the levels, each of our weapons levels up individually, and so we can actually go in here and configure our upgrades. And as they level up, they're going to get mod capacity. So we can actually equip these mods. Like right now I have Point Strike, which is a 7.5% crit chance. And we can also get Ammo Drum, which is more ammo. Stuff like that. We can actually, I believe, equip both of these because we have enough space now. So yeah, now we have those. Same type of deal with your pistol. You have a bunch of different mods that you pick up from loot and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And melee as well. So it kind of benefits you to stick to one type of build, but there are multiple options available. Another cool thing is the customization of the colors and stuff. You can customize all these primary, secondary, tint colors, energy, and you can do a random shuffle, which sometimes turns out pretty ugly or pretty humorous, like that one. Kind of look like a Power Ranger or something. And you can also just customize those on your own if you want. And then you can change your helmet if you have different options there. So same thing with the rifle, the pistol, and the sword, which is actually pretty cool that you can change the sword color and stuff, and how many options there are. So it's very customizable. The other cool thing here is the foundry, which is how you craft stuff. Like we have this Cronus blueprint, which I got from that boss in an earlier mission, and we can build it here, which I should have saved my credits for because it's going to cost 15,000 credits and 12 hours. So this is how we can build stuff. So if we find the blueprints for certain suits and stuff like that, which I'm assuming are extremely rare, then you can go ahead and craft those kind of things. So that's pretty interesting. I haven't got a chance to mess around with that a whole lot, but it seems pretty robust for a free game. And then of course you have the market, which is stuff like this Manticore Axe skin, which is 75 platinum. I don't exactly know how much platinum to dollar conversion rate works. I tried to load the store up and it was down, so I don't really know, but it doesn't seem like it's a pay to win type of situation, because it looks like the credits can purchase most things for a reasonable price, other than the few exclusive skins and stuff like that. So let's actually see, get platinum. Okay, it's gonna open up our Steam browser, so let's not worry about that too much. And then of course you have your friends and stuff like that. But overall, I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I definitely didn't expect it to be as in-depth as it is, especially for a free game on Steam. So if you haven't tried it yet, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. It's a fun way to kill a few hours, and it actually has quite a few missions. All of these planets have different missions, from what I understand. So I'm having a good time with it, and yeah, if you like it, check it out. So that's going to conclude this week's Freebie Friday. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again soon.